Hello and welcome to Shredder Zoo. My name is Shredder and this is my zoo. I promised it for this week. We are doing the Spino exhibit today, so I know a load of you have been really looking forward to this one. Have been asking me to do this for a long time. We're finally doing it today and we're doing it right here by the lake. This is what we built last time out. We did the Carbonemys exhibit over there and we messed around with some of the fountains and we built this kind of platform here. So I thought this was a great viewing platform to go for the Spino. Now admittedly, if you're in the zoo, the Spino could potentially eat you off the top of this platform. But it's okay, they're well trained and they're well fed, so they won't want to do that. That's absolutely fine. You'll be safe. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, I almost thought you weren't going to be getting a Shredder Zoo episode this week. This one is probably out a lot late. It may be even a day late. I'm not too sure how we're going to be doing this one. We probably get it out today. I'm not too sure on Saturday, but it might be Sunday. Because we've changed over server hostings. I've put this onto my own server and it took a little while to get things sorted out. And yeah, I was worried that we weren't going to get it done this week, but we are. We're doing it now. So the first thing I actually want to do is we're going to change up our little plan here. Actually, tell you what, I'm going to move back a little bit, and we're just going to be able to oops, not like that. So we're just going to fly up a little bit. There we go. So if you haven't seen this series before, I'm building a zoo for all of the dinos in Ark, and I'm doing it in creative mode, so I am spawning things in and I am flying around using admin commands to help me build the best looking zoo possible. Now this series didn't start out that way. It started out as a regular survival series, but over the kind of months that it's been going on, it's kind of been, well, it's changed. It's changed a lot from the beginning of the series. So how big are they going to want? How big an area? They're going to want a pretty sizable area because they are pretty big. A little bit, well, it depends. If I come out over this way like this could be big enough. We may go a little bit bigger. We'll take down most of this stuff. In actual fact, I don't know why I'm picking these up. I don't need them. These are just these aren't even Structures Plus things, so we might as well just destroy this whole area. We don't need this, and we can just drop some of this stuff as well. We don't actually need any of these building materials because we're going to be using Structures Plus. And this was built before I had that mod installed. So okay, we're going to do a reasonably sized area. Now the plan is, let me just do that. We'll drop, we'll drop these. So the plan is that I'm going to wrap a walkway around the outside, maybe two walkways on each side, one on ground level, one a little bit higher up. And it's going to start out from the platform here, coming out on each side, so you can curl around this way and walk around, and then we'll continue down over to the pathway over there. So that's the plan. I think what I'm going to do is, I don't know whether I'll keep this. I think I'll probably get rid of this as well, actually. Yeah, we'll get rid of these things. And oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Like that, because we do want these ones because these are Structures Plus stuff. There we go. And I'll put the railing. Let's get rid of that. Come on, let's get the buttons in the right order. And then we want like that. There we go. So that's the platform. What I'm going to do is build a platform out probably from this angle, this one here. So we can just pick this up. So I'll build out a walkway this way, one on the other side as well, and we're going to wrap them around. So I haven't planned this out yet at all, so I'm just going to mess around a little bit off camera just to kind of get it right in my head, and I'll bring you back and show you exactly how we're doing this. Okay guys, I think I have figured out the beginnings of what I want to do here. So I've placed down two separate paths that you can go. The first one means you can go down here, and then this will link up to this path over here. I know it's a little bit weird going down the stairs to immediately go back up the stairs again, but it's just kind of, I wanted you to be able to come down off this this platform rather than just go straight across. And it just kind of gives another little lookout point where you can just kind of stand here, look out across the exhibits here, and we can put a few flowers and things around here to make it look nice. And yeah, this is basically the height that we're going to have to link up to this path here. And I'm not too sure how well these paths will link up, but I'm going to try and link up the stone foundations over here to the stone foundations over here, and we can continue on the path over this way. And so what I've had to do in order for this path here, I guess we can probably lower this path down again because this is now reasonably flat. We can go back down here. Now this Not sure how well it's going to look as you're walking along this pathway here, but we'll see how it goes as we get further developed. But yeah, we're basically up here. This is the main part that I wanted to do. So we've got some steps going up this way, and then I've used the triangle foundations to kind of build out this path over this way. Now I have turned off the structure support, so that's how we're able to build out this large thing without worrying about having to build pillars. But what I will do, because this is obviously a realistic kind of zoo, as much as I can do anyway, I'm going to put in a few pillars. Once I've built this out completely, I'll go in and put in a few pillars to make it look like it's an actual structure and that it isn't just floating. But we'll leave that till later, because placing the pillars was a real nightmare, and it was so difficult to place them. So I thought I'm going to turn off that setting and make it easier for me to build. So that's what I've done. So I think what we're going to do, I need to get some more ceilings, but I'm not sure. Do I want to turn in yet? I think what I'll do, I'll go out another couple of ceilings here and then turn in a little bit, so we can kind of follow along this coastline. Alternatively, we're going to want to give them a little bit of beach, but what I was thinking originally was mirroring this structure on this side, but I think I'm going to change it up, and I think what I will do is probably have a walkway coming out straight across here, and then going down and meeting a pathway over this way. We need to start building a path that connects the Sarco enclosure, the building over there, and so there's a pathway coming down this way, so the visitors can walk down this way, and we'll probably link it up here and just have a pathway going along. Maybe we can follow this ridge along this way. There's a slight elevated ridge along here. We definitely need to clear some of these stones out the way and build a path along here, and it kind of makes it like almost a natural barrier for the Spinos to have this as their enclosure this way. So yeah, I'm not too sure how much space to give them. I won't give them a huge amount of space, but we definitely need to give them a bit, because they are quite big. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to get some more materials and start building this out a little bit further, and then I'll bring you back once I'm ready. Okay, so what I've done, I've built the winding path going over there. That's fine, and I think what I'm going to do is start curling it around. So I thought I'd just start off on this side. Now the plan is to have a glass walkway going out over here, and then it will meet up with a pathway which will start off over by the Sarco exhibit over there. So I think what I'll just do is quickly, I think I've got the setting saved. Yeah, so I can make the transparency of this glass the same as the rest of the platform, so it actually looks like glass and not you just walking on air or walking on a metal framework, which is a bit scary. So we can do this, and that's sorted. Now forget the other one out, the model selector. Now I want to do something a little bit different with the models. I want to get rid of some of these beams. Let's have a quick look here. Let's go for maybe we'll go for maybe 3 sides, or maybe 2 sides. We want to go, that's all 4 sides, that's no sides. 2 sides, or maybe even, yeah, 2 sides. Corner, we want corners. Corner A, corner B, corner C. Is that what we want? Corner C? That gives us that corner there. That's pretty good. Okay, yeah, and then on this one we go for corner B, I guess would be the one. There we go, so that does these 2 lines here and here. That's exactly what I want. Yeah, that's really good. And then for the middle, I think what we could do is maybe get rid of this middle one here, possibly. Let's have a look. If we do 2 sides, no, I guess 3 sides might be better. What does that do? Oh, no, I see what that one does. We want to get, that's the one we want. I think that is the one we want. So if we do all those, that then gets rid of just that line there. Is that what we want? Let's give it a go. We'll see what it looks like. That's right. And then what we can do on this side is then we'll need to do a different one with another 3 sides. It says B, A, A. This is what we want. No, it's not. That's what we want. Brilliant. Yep. And then we'll have these large, get rid of that middle beam. Perfect. I think that looks pretty good. Like that. So it gives the impression you've got some structural support, but it's fairly open, so you can kind of see underneath. Not that you're going to get a spino coming underneath, but you know, there might be fish swimming around. Who knows? Yeah, so that's pretty good. Okay, we need to get rid of that gun, and then we need to put up some railings along the side. A little bit disappointed that it kind of clashes with this railing. I guess we could probably get rid of that top railing there. I'll come back to that and think about that one in the future. We'll yeah, so that's that anyway. So I think what we want to do is start coming around with this. I don't know if I want to actually build up this pathway just yet, or whether we want to start curling around. Let's curl it a little bit around, because I think this kind of gives them a really decent space. So I'll show you exactly what I'm sort of doing. It's really handy now that I don't have the foundation support, that I can really build quickly now. Let's have a quick look at what I have. I'm going to need some of these, and I'm going to want some more. We can get rid of this now. I'm going to need some more triangles. Okay, so we're going to continue on going out this way for a little bit, and I think we'll start curling around maybe now. So the way to do that is you just build one big triangle, put 3 there, and then one more like this, and that makes one big triangle, and then that gives you this angle which you can now expand from going out this way like that. And I reckon we can go all the way across the pond now, and we'll get all the way to the other side. And then I guess once you get to the other side, I'm guessing what the best thing to do would be to start building the pathway from the Sarco exhibit, so that we know exactly where we're going to end up. It's a little tricky, yeah. So would you want to go all the way across here? How far are we going to go? I don't know how far we need to go, so I think, yeah, we definitely need to go back over to the Sarco exhibit. I've run out of ceilings now, so that should do. Let's just quickly fly up and see. So that gives them a decent amount of area to walk around, and you've got quite a nice little winding pathway to walk around, and that's really good. So I don't know whether to continue the elevation pathway down this way. Okay, so the best thing to do now is to kind of link up the pathway with the Sarco exhibit. So I guess I'll try and play around with that, because it's going to take a little while to figure out exactly where it's going to go. So once I've got that done, then I'll bring it back. Okay, so I'm back over by the Sarco exhibit. This is the little Sarco sort of seating area, so you can sort of sit down and look out over the exhibits here, and there's some more seating down here. You can stand over this way, look at the Sarcos and everything. So I've extended the pathway along this way. Haven't put the railings in just yet, so basically it just goes along this way. Have a little bridge over this bit here, and it comes down some steps. There's a little twisty path, and it kind of joins up over this way, so you can then go out over onto the platform, or you can continue on. This is as far as I've got, so you can continue on along this ridge here with the pathway, and then this is the pathway that we need to try and get joined up to that over there. So it's going to take a little while for me to get that built up all the way along there. Just thought I would not do too much off camera, because I might as well just do the whole thing off camera and then bring it back and show you everything, and that would be a bit of a boring episode. We need to do a little bit on camera stuff. So I was debating about whether to block this area off completely. It'd be good obviously for visitors to be able to get up close, but I don't know, I think this little area is probably going to be off limits, so we can kind of just build the railings all the way along across like this. And definitely for this little bridge, don't want to be falling down there. I'll just quickly show you this. You have a little light show there, but yeah, so there's a little kind of a gap there. So yeah, I don't know whether to yeah, because I'm just thinking this side, yeah, I've done the railings on both sides of the path just to kind of keep people on in the right direction, and then I've filled in with the flowers and things like that way. So I think I'm probably going to do the same sort of thing. I mean, this bit here is left open. This is fine, because I guess this is where you can get up close and, you know, look at the baryonyx over there and that sort of thing. And I'm just debating about this area, because I don't think, because of the way the railings come up here, I don't think we're going to be able to. Yeah, I don't even have foundation underneath there, so we're going to leave that open for now. I'll have to think about what we'll do with that point. But over here, again, we've got this sloping ground. Not too sure if that's going to do anything. We've got it at that point, so I guess that would be okay. We can then extend it over this way. A bit of a curve, just kind of show this is kind of the outer limits of the zoo now. So there's no real. I don't think I'm going to be expanding out this way at all. What is over here? You know, we've got there's another sort of lake area over there. So I don't think we need to go over this way. This is kind of going to be the outer limits of the zoo. Yeah, okay, so I think the next step would be to place the railings along here, and then try and get this path met up with the that bit over there. So that's going to take quite a while. So I think you get the idea of what I'm doing. So I'll see you back in a little while. Okay guys, I'm just now finishing off placing the last few railings on this path. I have connected it all the way around. I think it looks pretty amazing. While I'm placing in the last few little bits, just thought I'd sort of mention that if you haven't already, please join my Discord server, because that's a really good place. It gives you notifications every time I post a video, and if there's any kind of announcements that need to be made by myself, then that's an easy place for me to just put it out and you can see it, as well as Twitter. But the Discord, you can actually, it's a lot easier to communicate on that. Yeah, so like today, I sort of put a notification in Discord saying that I wasn't sure that I'd be able to get this video out in time because of server issues and stuff. So it just kind of keeps you up to date with what we're doing, and you'll know what's going on and keep up to date with stuff. That's a really good thing. So link is in the description. Please do join the Discord server, and I'd like to get a little bit more activity over there, get some conversations going. That'd be really awesome. Anyway, here it is. So obviously I need to put in some pillars and things to make it look like it's not a floating structure. But yeah, so this path goes all the way around. You saw it before, but now it has the railings. It goes across here, and now I've joined it up with the stone path, so it kind of transitions from the wood into stone at this point here. And yeah, this path goes all the way along on this ridge, how I said, and joins up all the way over there with the Sarco exhibit. So I'm really happy with that. It fits really nicely. They've got a decent size exhibit, so we can get a little bit of decorations going in here. But the main thing I want to do now is we can have another path over this way, so I need to join that path up with the Carbonemys and the Diplodocus exhibits, where the fountain is over there, that little path. We need to join that up to there. And then I was thinking about having another walkway going along underneath this one. We zoom down here. Yeah, so you can walk along underneath this. I mean, I suppose an easy thing I could do is just extend walls down. Maybe, I don't know. It could be good to actually have a proper path to walk on. But yeah, but you're just walking along underneath there, so you can get a good look at these spinos from underneath here as well. So that's, I think, the last kind of major thing I want to do, and then we'll try and make it look a little bit pretty, stick in some decorations and stuff, and then I think we're just about done. I'm liking it. It's yeah, could you imagine walking along here watching the spinos? That'd be amazing. They are very well trained. They will not eat you. I can assure you that, because yeah, you kind of especially on this platform, you're at mouth height, so that is an issue. But we could all, I don't know, it depends if you think we need to actually build a safety barrier so that the spinos can't actually stick their heads over here. Might make it a little bit more realistic. I guess we could do that. But yeah, okay, but I'm going to work on this little pathway. Yeah, so I want to connect it up over to this one. Now, I wasn't too happy with the angle because it doesn't match the fencing, but there's not much I can do about that. You can't kind of get the same kind of angles with these triangles, I don't think. No, you definitely, there's no way you could do that. So, but yeah, I'll do the best I can, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, it's done. That path is now complete. It's a little bit odd in places, let me show you. I had to kind of fiddle about a little bit because the height wasn't quite right. But yeah, so the railings go all the way along. It's kind of matched up to this pathway here. Now, it didn't fit quite right, but it actually not too bad because I was able to just make it look like an extra step. So you can step up onto here, and this is all connected up to that pathway, and this goes all the way down to here. So we have some steps going down. Now, as you can see, it's just above the height of the ground here, and it goes a little bit lower down there, but I think it looks quite good actually. Until we get around here, then it all becomes dirt path, and this point here, this is where I've had to kind of mess around a little bit because I just couldn't see where the things were placing. It was making it really, really difficult to place a pathway. So what I did was I placed these foundations here, just kind of free placed them a little bit higher up, and then did some steps going down, and then tried to connect them up with sort of the fences there. So it's not perfect, but it's about as good as I can get done really. But this gave me a bit of an opportunity to have a little bit of a viewing platform, so I put in some glass walls here, which I think will look quite nice. Now I don't know whether we to mess around with the transparency or whether we'll move the frames. I think it's probably pretty good how it is, and you can kind of just get up there and you can see into the enclosure really nicely. And this is where the kind of path ends right here. So I guess in future episodes we'll continue this path on up over this way, and then that's where we're going to go back up into the zoo. That's where our mammoth enclosure is, just up there. So there's definitely a few other things we can get in and around this area, and then this will probably demolish or something. So I've put in some pillars to make it look a little bit more realistic, to try and give it enough support. I think maybe we'll put in one more here. Now I've had to use vanilla pillars because the S+ pillars, they just do not want to snap underneath something. So I've had to go like that, but that looks fine. And then I just need to get rid of this one, and it's fine. It kind of sticks up a little bit. I don't know why that did there and not there, but that's pillars for you. They're never perfect. But this is kind of open, so I'm thinking maybe we should do something here, because we don't want the spinos escaping. But what I was thinking that what we might do is maybe bring this pathway around, so you can actually walk over the lake here. So this pathway just goes around to here, and then we'll just join it up with this point on the pathway here. So we'll have some stairs going up here or something. Be quite nice. So, and I think that's the last thing we're going to do. Now there are decorations I want to do, but I have to say I really am running out of time. I was having server issues earlier on today, so this episode is going to go out super late. I definitely still want to try and get this out on the Saturday, so hopefully you're still watching it on the Saturday that I normally release these videos on, but it will be super late, well, for the UK time zone anyway. So I'm kind of running out of time, so I can't really get the sort of finishing touches done that I probably would have done. But what we can do is we can mess around and decorate this place up the next episode, and we'll try and do something else as well. I think what I might do is bring the beavers down, because there is an empty exhibit over there. Put the beavers in there, decorate that, decorate all this, and then maybe that'll be what we do next episode. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. So all I'm going to do is bring this pathway around, and we'll put up a glass wall all the way along here, and that'll serve to be the kind of the extent of that exhibit at this point here. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to grab some more stone foundations and glass walls, and that should be good to go. Okay, so let's do this with you, because I feel that I've done a lot of building off camera and not really a lot with you guys here, so you can see kind of what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I've got some triangles here as well, so we want to make the turn here. So I'm hoping this will work out all right to get the right angle. Okay, so we do our 3 there and 1 there, which gives a one big triangle, and that means that our angle is going to come out this way. How does this look along like that? Oh, that one disappeared. So how's that going to look? Let's just zoom up here. So it's not the same, is it? How about if I do... Oh god, that's going to be really awkward, isn't it? Maybe just like... No, because even if I do a right angle there, it's going to not be the right, is it? Well, what we can do then, we'll come out further. Come out a little bit further, and then maybe we can do another turn. Oh, it's really awkward. It's going to be kind of windy. It's not ideal. It isn't ideal, this angle. So how can we do this? We'll come out again, and then we're going to have to make a turn. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so let's put these. Can we even get the triangles in? We can. Like that. And then how do we do this? We're going to want to come in, because if I do the usual thing, I'm not going to be able. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do it. Oh, right. I need to think about this. Hold on. All right, this might work. It's going to be a little bit weird, but I think if we do kind of a zigzag thing, then it might just work. So if we could do it like this, and we just kind of zigzag it out, keep going this way. That's going to be awkward. I don't think we can do it. Right, we may need to swap out to ceilings now, which is going to be a bit frustrating. But yeah, so we kind of zigzag out, and then every time you get in too close, you zig out again. A little bit odd, but it might just work. So I'll see if I can do that, because I think I need to swap over to ceilings. If I just grab some triangle ceilings, that might just work. Bear with me, I'm just grabbing my things here. Stone ceilings, right, let's try that. So I've got a load here. Let's swap it out there. So, like that. Okay, and then we're going to want to go like that. I think that works. And you can kind of go, yeah, we're going pretty much straight across now. We've got the right angle now. That kind of works. Yeah, no, I think that might look alright. We'll fly up and have a look in a moment and we'll see how that works. And then what we're going to do is connect up with some stairways. I've just run out, so let's think. There we go, yeah, so that it kind of works. You may be able to put in, I wonder what happened if we put in a couple of triangles there. Let's grab some more. Just do it like that, so it's not quite so sharp. That doesn't look too bad, and yeah, so we'll carry on a little bit more over this way. And then we can sort of come out a little bit. And then we can join this up with the stairs and we'll see how that looks. We'll come out a bit further this time, out this way. Yeah, it's a real shame. It's not quite what we want, but I think it's about as good as I can get. So I'm going to see if I can get this attached up to this with some stairs here. Right, so let's see if this works. We can get this attached. How far is it going to come out? Like... Hang on, let's get rid of these railings because they are snapping. You can actually snap ceilings and stairs and things to the top of the railings now, which is actually potentially quite useful. So here we go. So it should snap onto there, and then that can come down. We should be able to snap onto the bottom. That'd be crazy if you can't. Oh, you can't. Right, that frustrates me because the top is a snap point, but the bottom is... Ah, you can. Right, so if we flip it, I think we put it down and then we should be able to flip it. Flip stairs. Can't flip with stairs attached. What are you talking about? Disable enclosure and flip stairs. Can't flip the stairs attached. That's... I'm sure I've done that before. Okay, well that's no good then. We can't do that. Alright, I'll pick those up. So, can we attach anything else to the bottom? Can we get any... No, I don't want that. So it's really difficult to attach things to the bottom. I just don't think it's possible. Okay, an easier way to do it then would be to go up from the bottom. So I'm not sure. We'll need to go a bit further on then. So let's move this up a little bit further. And we're almost there. We can definitely do this today. So that goes up that way. So now we're now facing that way. Can we might be able to flip the top stairs. Flip stairs. There we go. Okay. And that almost matches up. That's not very good, is it? That's a bit weird. That is a bit weird. Or what we could do... it's not working, is it? Let's take these. If we come out a little bit further, and then maybe put some stairs on here. Let's try this. It's all just kind of making it up as I go along here. So again, it's going to be a similar sort of angle, but it might just work out better position. So we can do that one. Then we can flip them around. So we're getting that's still a bit weird, unless of course we can mess around with the top here. Hold on. Alright, so spiral staircase was not working out at all. So yeah, this works out a lot better. So we have just a straight staircase. It's going to go up here. So we can get rid of this railing or pick that up, and we can replace the railings on this side here. And then we can get some going down the staircase. Looks pretty good, like that, and we'll get some... yeah, we'll put some around here, but also what I want to do is just to stop this making it look so flimsy, is actually just put in the walls hanging down off the bottom. That's not where I want it, that's where I want it. Like that, that'll make it look a lot better. And yeah, so that looks pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is just place the glass walls going up on the other side, and that will kind of block off this area, and that will be the kind of edge of the enclosure. I wonder whether it might actually pay me to drop the glass walls from there. I wonder what would that look like. Looks a little bit weird at that looks really weird at that point. Kind of needs to be done though. Unless I do it from this point, like, come on, snap, there we go, like that, and then we'll have something else here. I don't know, it's really tricky to figure out. But yeah, but that's basically what I'm going to do. So let me just finish this because I think this episode's gone on long enough, and yeah, we'll come back when that's done. Alright, I think I am done for the day. Here we go. So we have the stairs coming up here. I've left this bit open so we can actually extend the path down this way over to more exhibits down here, or back up to the zoo, wherever we want to do with that. I've placed the glass walls all the way along, and some wooden railings, because obviously it didn't quite match up. We don't want to be falling in the water if you're walking along here. So that's the glass walls, and there's a little bit weird here, but that's the best I can do with the kind of angles that we've got. And again, I've left this bit open so we can start making our way back over to the zoo. And yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think I can do any more today. I would have liked to have done a lot more decoration by putting flowers in around the corners and sort of decorating this pathway with the Ecos mods, but I don't have time for that today, and I'm really sorry about that. But anyway, I hope you very much enjoyed this episode. It's a big enclosure. It's a really nice kind of walkway. I'm really happy with how the paths look. It begins to give it a real kind of realism to the zoo when you have these kind of pathways like this. Yeah, and I'm really happy with that. I think it looks pretty good. It definitely will improve it next time out by adding in the decorations. But for now, we have a Spino enclosure. And I know people have been asking for this for a long time. There's definitely more to it that I wanted to get done, but I have completely run out for today. So yeah, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a good one. Yeah, and yeah, please come back next Saturday for more. Don't forget to leave your feedback, any suggestions and things. I'd like to hear them. Leave them in the comment section. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. It really does help me out. Don't forget to check out the description for all the links for things like my Discord server. As I said, that's the best place to go to find out notifications. If you have any questions for me, you can stick them down in there, or the comment section of this video. As either is fine. Follow me on Twitter. Join Patreon. That'd be amazing. So yeah, I will see you next time out. Goodbye.